Sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance to the turns they light. So jump, in the moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less.
Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And off we go from Denver. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now. This is Williams. Now he's free at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Dayon Henley there on the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 3rd and 7. Nix to the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. 2nd and 10. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A tackle made there by Drew Sanders. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this up past the 40. The Broncos at 2-11 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Herbert.
Oh, They try to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal at the 1-yard line.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Looking to throw.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Complete to Johnston here.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Herbert throwing again.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now it's Nix.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw is Nix.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this is going to remain a one-point game.
Well, usually when you get a right-footed kicker on the right hash, his goal is to draw the ball back to the middle. But this time, it doesn't move at all. It ends up missing off to the right.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into...
And Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll go play action with Nix.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston.
Touchdown, LA!
Quentin Johnston,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Herbert. Catch is made by Harry. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown! Lad McConkey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing Nix.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Nix.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A final shot before break. Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Dobbins trying the left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Chargers first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around. And they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they send him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
To the sideline and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's Herbert.
Throw downfield going to be taken in by Harry.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll run with Dobbins. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Dobbins once more.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
J.K. Dobbins, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll find Harry on the right side. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. There for the stop defensively, Nick Benito.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. That is caught.
And shutting him off now open field. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Nix to the air.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 35-yard line.
Nix looking to throw again. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To throw, here's Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Williams.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Nix.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll change things up.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll roll him out right.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now it's Herbert. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber,
I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Finding Sutton.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Now it's Nix.
Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
To throw is Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to the air with Nix.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Johnson's got it complete.
And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Lad McConkey.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Chargers 41, Broncos 23.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll go play action with Nix.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They're going. It's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Charger drive about to get going. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it.
What you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You rest your hips till it talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less. Stop the room when you walking. You rest your hips till it talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
Say less.
Here we go again.